But you ended up here.
Yeah, I don't like animal parts.
President Obama, how you doing? I'm Gerald Reynolds here in Portland, Oregon, and I think you're doing a pretty good job so far. I mean, I gotta say, you got the stimulus package passed. Whether I'm gonna get any money out of it or not is really no concern of mine. I'm not that big a deal about it. I'm disabled. I'm only gonna get Social Security anyway. Yeah, I have no legs. I just wanted to bring up a question I had about medical marijuana, how you kind of made fun of your online audience when they brought up being one of the most important questions, are you going to legalize it or what? And you actually made fun of us instead of answering the question sincerely. What makes you think we think that's funny, that we're going to accept that? Well, we're not. You want to have your drinks and your beers, or your friends do, I don't know if you do or not, and you want to go choose your own delusional way to, ritualize your own delusional God. You got it's big news that you go choose what damn church you're going to, but when it comes to real, reasonable, free-thinking, rational, independent thoughts, you're starting to get a little lacking. You know as well as I do, as everybody, the millions out here, that marijuana is just not that bad and not big a deal. It can bring money to the feds, help a lot of people, a lot of patients medically. Now just stop pandering to the ignorant right and just let it be. As a matter of fact, you bunch of hypocrites over there, you have your own medical marijuana program. Yeah, you do. Glaucoma patients and cancer patients get marijuana grown by University of Mississippi for your medical marijuana plan. I just saw a program on it. Excuse me. The guy gets these big coffee cans, size 10s, packed full of rolled marijuana cigarettes. And you want to send the DEA to not recognize the state's medical marijuana laws and only adhere to the federal law of possession, and therefore be able to kick doors in, of a dispensary that does nothing but provide medicine for people? Where's your head at? Come on, you got to stop doing this. You got to at least sit back and do some of that critical thinking you learned in college. Think about it. Everything, as a matter of fact, think about your faith that way. When you went to college, you learned how to think very critically, methodically, logically, how to come to a conclusion and an answer to a question or a theory. Am I right? You became president with all that knowledge. Takes great intelligence to do what you've done. And yet you still want to have this faith in God. We don't care what church you go to. We want you to concentrate on reality here. The reality of the country is that we want medical marijuana to be accessible to everybody who needs it. Tell your DEA to leave us alone and help us. You'll save billions in jail costs and make billions in taxes. I will never get it. You can't justify it to me. Especially while alcohol is still, you saw what it did. They had a prohibition on alcohol, and you guys are it's so ingrained in you, the societal norm, that you let alcohol come back because you saw what a crime wave it made and everything, how it produced evil and all these other criminals and everything because of the bootlegging. And yet you do the exact same thing with marijuana, and yet you haven't lifted it. It's done the same thing. Look outside. All you have to do is get up and walk 10, 20 blocks. You'll be right in the middle of Cracktown. Yeah, I'm talking to you, President Obama. You will. All we want is our medicine. All we want you to do is think rationally. Use your skills you learned in college. Especially if you really think prayer works. Pray for these legs to come back. And when they don't tell me any more about what church you're going to go to. I don't care. Concentrate instead on reality. Like I said, medical marijuana needs to be recognized by the federal government. You already do. It's only logical. Good night. Gerald signing off from Portland.